If we take the standard form of a circle, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared, and expand it all out, we're going to get what is called the general form of the equation of a circle, which is x squared plus y squared plus ax plus by plus c equals 0. So if we get this, we know that we can actually go back to the standard form of a circle, and to do that we have to do completing the square twice. So it's a little bit of work, but nothing too overly bad. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our general form, x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 2y minus 20 equals 0, and we're going to do completing the square twice. So what we do first is we need to group the x's together, the y's together, and then take our constant and shove it on out. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to take x squared plus 4x plus y squared plus 2y equals 20. So I just add the 20 over. Now I'm going to take the 4 and the 2, and I'm going to do completing the square for the x and the y. So taking the 4 first, multiply it by a half, I'm going to get 2. Box that number in for later and square it, and you're going to get 4. Now I'm going to do the same thing with 2. Take 2, multiply it by a half, get 1. Box it in for later and square it, and we get 1. So what do I do with these two numbers? Well, I'm going to add 4 and 1 to both sides of the equation, but in a specific spot. So x squared plus 4x, and this is where I'm going to take 4, so plus 4 here, plus y squared plus 2y, and now I'm going to add 1. It's going to equal 20 plus 4 plus 1. So now I add the 4 and the 1 over here. And now I am going to group the x's and the y's like so. And I'm going to factor each parentheses. Now just remember, the parentheses always factor down very simply. Each one is going to get its own parentheses that's squared, like so. Now what does this x parentheses factor down to? Well, the x's are there, so we get an x, and then what was ever in the box. In this case, the positive 2, so plus 2. Same thing with the y's. Going to have a y there, and then whatever we had inside the box, which is a positive 1, so plus 1. And now we have gotten back to the standard form. So from here, we need to figure out what is the center and what is the radius. So the center, again, is our h and k. In this case, h is going to be negative 2, and k is going to be negative 1. And if you have forgotten why it's that way, that is because the standard form of a circle has x minus. So this would be x minus a negative 2 squared, and this would be y minus a negative 1 squared. So the h again would be negative 2, and the k would be negative 1. And just to finish this off, this is going to be 5 squared. And that's important because I need to know what the radius is. And the radius is r. So it's just going to be 5. So the center and radius of this circle is going to be negative 2, negative 1, and 5. Now we have 2x squared plus 2y squared minus 12x plus 8y minus 24 equals 0. And first things first is I'm going to divide everything by 2 because I don't want my x's and my y's squares to have anything other than a 1 in front. So everything's going to get divided by 2, which will simplify this down to x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 4y minus 12 equals 0. And now just like before, group my x's and my y's together. So x squared minus 6x plus y squared plus 4y and then add the 12 over, equals 12. And now I'm going to take my -6 and my +4 and do the same steps again like I did previously. So -6 times 1/2 is going to give me -3. Box it in for later and square it. Get a +9. Take 4, multiply it by 1/2, get 2. Box it in for later and square it, and I'm going to get 4. So now I'm going to add 9 and 4 to both sides of the equation, but make sure to put 9 and 4 in a specific spot. So x squared minus 6x plus the 9 here, plus y squared plus 4y plus 4 here, equals 12 plus 9 plus 4, just to give myself a little bit of room because I've run out here, it's going to give me 25 again. And now I'm going to group the first 3 and the last 3 and factor each parentheses, which again is going to be squared here, so x minus 3 for this one, and then y plus 2 squared equals 25. And again, to find out what my center is, my h and k, in this case, it's going to be h is 3, and k is going to be -2. And my radius is going to be 5 again. So this is what you have to do. You have to do completing the square twice to be able to find the center and radius of a circle when it's given to you in the general form.